Wanted to show you this picture of the tow vehicle that we use, and I was going to unhook it from the trailer tomorrow, but I wanted to see that we actually use it, and you probably saw some other pictures of it. There's our Avion it's attached to. Pulls it like a dream, actually. I want to give you an overview of what we have in terms of a storage unit in our tow vehicle. I'll show you the outside of it, and I'll pull them out and let you look at them. We have running water. If you can see a faucet right there, that's connected to a 38-gallon water tank that's in the bed of the truck. It's hidden and protected with the floor of the box that is actually built on top of it. This is the driver's side drawer that has been pulled out full length. I'll come up here and let you take a look. Got a compartment here. We don't usually store this in here. We usually store canned goods in here when we're traveling, but today I thought I'd get these water hoses out of the way and put them in a safe place, and so that's what you're seeing. This is our camp stove. We do not use it unless we're by ourselves and we're not using the trailer. It's a really nice one. It's an Everest 2X. You can see here's your connection, propane connection. It takes straight propane without a reducer out of the tank, and I carry a 20 or a 30 pound, depending on what I have, strapped inside the pickup. I'll move over. There's a drawer here. I'll pull it out. It's just a drawer to store stuff. We have miscellaneous in it right now, but usually we have silverware, things like that when we're traveling. I'll slide that in, walk around to the other side. These are heavy-duty drawers. They'll carry about 300 pounds. This is where I attach my water. It comes from the hydrant over there on a water hose. Has quick connects here. Quick connects over there. And what do you get when you do that? Well, this is what you get, and we think it's pretty cool. I'll pull it out. You have a sink. With running water. If I have, and I don't because it's still cold here, if I have water in the tank that's underneath the floor, all I have to do is turn this on, and we have running water here. Now, I could make it hot water, but I don't. We've talked about it. We could put a portable water heater out here and hang it, and I'll show you where you could do it. You could hang it right there at the edge of the truck, and you could go across where the propane tank is, which is right where that yellow cable is. That would all work, but we decided we didn't need hot water normally, and if we're going to need it, we'll simply heat it in the camp stove. I'm going to pull out the camp stove just to show you we don't use it in or on the truck, but you could. If you're a tall person, we are not, both of us are short, you could use the camp stove if you wanted to on the tailgate of the truck. Really easy, and a lot of people do. However, we do not. I'm going to pan to my right and show you, and I will actually move the stove over so you can see. We carry an aluminum table. This table is perfect height actually for Lynn or I to cook something if we're camping with our tent. Got some junk on it. I'll take it off and I'll put it over so you can see. Move the camp stove over to the aluminum table that we prefer because it is so much lower, and you don't have to stand on your toes. In real life, Lynn would have to stand on her toes to cook on the tailgate. I'm going to swing around. A couple things I've just put on since we showed you that. We have a hanger for trash, and we have a hanger for paper towels. Just like you're living at home, only you're roughing it. I pulled out the driver's or the passenger side drawer. We don't use it except to store stuff. The green item that you see in there is our tent. We have a real nice tent. We've had it for we went on our honeymoon in it actually. We've had it a very long time. Next to the tent is our carpet. I'll see if I can move a couple things here and let you see. That's the carpet that we put out when we're camping, when you don't want dirt and debris and whatever, and you want a smooth surface. We use that for the Avion. It works great, but this is where it lives. Now, I've got a couple things in here that are oddball. This is a tarp, actually, that we use. And I'm going to pan up. Well, no, I can't. I'll bring it over and pan up. If you see right there in the corner, on top of that rack, is a very long, looks like a package, but it's really fabric that was sewn by my wife. And inside that is a bunch of metalwork that we can use to mount a tarp on the back of our truck. We can actually, if it were raining, we can actually cook, set, whatever, in the space, in a 12 by 15 space behind the truck. Show you a couple of other things, and this is kind of, we haven't finished it, or I haven't finished it. Where the inside of the cap is lighted. I'll turn on the lights. You can see the wings or the edges of it are also lighted, so if we want to get the tools at night, we can do that in the boxes, no problem. I'll pan to the other side. Our paper towel holder. I'll get this out of the way, the paper towel, so you can kind of see what we have. We have a meter, Victron meter, showing what the batteries, where they are. Then we have this meter, and that's a Magnum meter. We have a Magnum inverter charger in the truck. It's a 1,000-watt inverter, and I think it's a 50-amp charger. Works great. We had it in the trailer originally, and I moved it to here when Lynn told me she wanted lithium batteries. What I've done, I've wired it in such a way that you can plug it in and power the trailer if you need to, or you can plug it in and charge the batteries if you're at some place that has electric. It's done both ways. Now down here is a thing that actually I like pretty well. It is a tank that shows how much water is in the water tank. Now, if I had sewage tanks like a Blackstone Grays, it would show you that too, but obviously I don't have that. So I only have one tank, a set of sensors hooked up. The red switch, I'll get it here so you can see it, and it's off because I disconnected it, but this is the water pump. If I want water to the sink, I simply turn on the water pump here and turn on the valve at the faucet, and we've got running water. If you don't want that kind of running water, you can go over here and you can actually put a hose on this, and it'll run 38 gallons of water out just like you were at your house watering your grass until we run out of water, obviously. But that's a lot of water. If I take the 60 gallon that's in the trailer and the 38 here, that makes a really nice amount of water to boondock with. You fill up the gray tank and you fill up the black tank way before you lose the water tanks. I'd like to show you the topper now. It's a ARE full length, 8 foot topper. It was originally purchased by the local fire company, and it was in service for years with the fire department. It has stickers inside. It has all kinds of things that they have removed from it, security system and other stuff. So when I got it, and I'm third or fourth or whoever knows, it came with the cap and this very wonderful ladder rack. It's maybe custom made, I don't know. I've never seen another one like it. It is super heavy duty. So that is all I bought in one unit. It has full length boxes, but I didn't need nor want full length boxes. Now you see I've got all kinds of stuff in there. I carry a wrench and socket for everything that I would need on the Avion or here. Just simply carry it. This is the thing that I modified it. I cut this area out on both sides, then I re-riveted the end of it so it's just like it was factory, but it is not. And I'll step up a little bit and you can see I have a fuel tank that is permanently attached to the floor of the pickup. 45 gallon. You'll see it has a really nice pump on top of it that works lovely. Come around. This is my fill holes, and the clear one is the vent hose to the water tank. Now I haven't figured out yet, and I may never do it, a way to mount them to the cap. They both of them have lots of slack in them, and I can still simply stand out here with a water hose and fill that tank without a drop of trouble. Now I'm going to pan over a little bit and I'll let you look through here. You see there's a clear hose there. That clear hose goes up to the water pump. I'll open the doors on the other side so you can see that. I'm going to pan down just a little bit. There you can see the covering over the water tank. And right below where we are, where that picture is showing, are the batteries. I started out with 2, and then we changed our tune on what to have in the trailer. So I brought the extra 2 out. We had 440 amps. And put them in the pickup. I've come around to the other side to show you what I carry over here. A lot of electrical stuff, actually. There's a jack that we carry with ours all the time. The cables that you see up there that are, they were red, but they've been in the sun so much they bleached out. Those are cables that I can connect the solar panels that are on the truck to the trailer, just like you would set them out on your, if you're boondocking, you set them out away from the trailer so that you pick up sun and you're camping in the shade. These are 30 footers. I think they may be number 6s, but whatever it was, I checked and made sure they would carry the amperage for 30 feet. I have only one in today. The other one I've got in using with the generator in the shed. That's a 2.5 gallon container of gasoline. When I'm traveling, I put another 2.5 gallon right in front of it. They just ride perfectly. I'll come back over. You see that I've got my Camco water tanks here, or water filters. It's a double filter. One of them is regular and one of them is a carbon fiber filter. We were using it recently, actually, and I decided this would be a good place to store it. I'll pan over the top of it as best I can. You'll see there's my water pump. It sits on a little apron that I made and put on top of the fuel tank, not gas tank. You'll see right in front of it, and I'll actually see if I can show you from the inside better. You'll see two Victron items. One of them is a DC to DC charger that when we're traveling, takes the amps from the regulator of the truck or the voltage, and it brings it back and puts it in the batteries back here. In this truck there are 2 batteries in the front and there are 4 batteries back here, so we carry a lot of batteries. Right next to it is a solar 30 amp solar charge controller. I'll go to the back and give you a better picture. I'm going to try to give you a perspective of the interior of the cap, even though it's a very confined space. The item I'm pointing straight at in the center of the screen is where we attach propane tanks. There's 2 straps there. One strap at the bottom, one does a 20-pounder. The 2 straps together do a 30-pounders, keeps it absolutely dead solid. Then the next strap that you see in the middle of the screen is for the diesel heater. Hook it up and carry it. Then what we have straight ahead is the spare tire for the Avion. I'll move in a little closer. You can see the little apron that I put on the fuel tank. You can see that I have the solar controller and the DC to DC attached on that. They're attached on an aluminum plate, and that aluminum plate is attached to the truck, and it is ground. So I can ground anything I want to that plate. Pan up, you see the water pump straight ahead. I just turned it on and I put water in the tank because I actually want you to see how all this works. I'm going to pan around. You see the fuel pump. I can pump fuel into the truck if we're low on fuel, or I can pump fuel into a container if I want to fill the diesel heater. Swing on around. 2 crown batteries, 4-aught wire for them. They have a surround at the bottom that keeps them stable, and then they're tied on so they cannot move. I'll pan up. This is a 1000-watt Magnum inverter. I showed you earlier how it connects to the outside. The white wire is wrapped there, is going to the meter that tells me and controls that inverter and charger. If I swing around, there's a strap there and a strap that's going to come into your view on the left, and those straps hold our, even though I've taken them out so you can see all this, hold very nice lawn chairs or camping chairs, whatever you want to call them. And there's the outside. Now the floor, I'll come around. The floor is a rubber. It's dirty right now because we just got back from a camping trip, or a month-long camping trip to Mississippi. So lots of sand. The cable that you see coming in from the roof down here is a, I think that's a 4-aught cable, but I'm not sure of that. That is coming in from the solar panels that are attached on top of the ladder rack. Comes down, goes across, goes into the, actually it makes a loop, goes to the solar controller, and then the solar controller puts that energy in the batteries. Wanted to actually show you the water functioning in the truck. I came out earlier and filled, well, I didn't fill it, I put in a good amount of water in the tank. You see that I've attached a hose to the spigot here. I run it across the pickup bed underneath the cavity between the bed and the truck. And then it has a quick connect on it, and we will connect it up in a few minutes. I've connected the quick connect, and I'm simply going to go back to my switch, and I'm going to turn on the water pump. It just cycled, but there is no water leaving yet, so nothing's going to function until I go over here and turn on the actual water. All right, we're good. Now, I'll walk back. I'll pull out our sink. This is a cutting board on the top. The bottom of the sink is actually a cutting board until you depress it. Now it's down. Pull out the faucet. And we have water pouring into the sink. I will close it off. Now, today I'm going to simply drain the sink. It has a hole in the bottom to drain it. However, if we're camping, we have a flexible bucket that we use. We hang under it, and then we can, the water, when it runs out of the sink, doesn't run all over our feet or in our camping area. We can carry it and dispose of it depending on the regulations of where we are. We can do it in the grass, or we can actually take it to a porta potty or some kind of a structure. However, I'll reach down, I'll swing around here so you can see. It's right here. Now water's simply running out of it. Emptied itself. I'll walk back, put the plug back in. It's got a little water because the truck is not level right now, but after I finish the video, I'll clean that up. If you're camping and with your trailer and you need to fill up your internal water tank in the trailer, it's real easy. All you have to do is walk over here, hook a hose up to this, run it back to your trailer, stick it in the fill spout where you fill your tank, and turn it on, and it'll fill it. Well, at 38 gallons will. Or you can take it around and hook it into your city water, and this pump will cycle and you will have city water. It's very useful, in my opinion. You can have water to your camping supplies here, that you're tent camping, and also go to your water tank in the tray. Thank you for being with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you have time to subscribe and give us a thumbs up if possible. I do have a word about the links that I put in below. I put in every link to everything in what I've shown you that I could remember or even find. So it is massive. I don't know how long it's going to be, but there's a lot of stuff there. If you see anything in the video that you liked and want to do in your own install, try to get it so you can get everything. And everything that we bought particularly was Amazon items. I guess I'm going to sign off now. Be safe out there and have fun.